Peter Parker has been played on the big screen by several different actors. Here's why Tom Holland's version of Spider-Man might be the best. Peter Parker, played by Tom Holland when he first joined, he was a quippy kid from Queens who said he couldn't fight Captain America in Germany because he had homework. Since then, his part has only grown. Peter Parker, played by Tom Holland, is a normal boy who can also turn into Spider-Man. Even in the most dramatic parts of Spider-Man Far From Home and Spider-Man No Way Home, he seems like he could be a high school student. He is awkward and perky, and his attitude makes him seem like a teenager. Even though both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield did a good job with the character, Tom Holland's version is the most interesting because it shows how the character grows. He looks age-appropriate. When an actor is significantly older than their role, it can pull the audience out of the story. But even though Tom Holland is a little bit older than Peter Parker was supposed to be, he is only a few years older when he first shows up. On the other hand, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield were both in their late 20s when they played Spider-Man for the first time. Tom Holland is fresh-faced, which makes it easy for him to blend in with the high school setting. Since he is much younger than the Avengers, he can also be much younger than his other Marvel co-stars. This helps him as a high school student surrounded by people with more life experience. A real teenager's personality, Peter Parker, played by Tom Holland, is shy and awkward but has a bubbly personality that keeps him happy no matter what. He doesn't always say the right thing, making talking about how he feels uncomfortable. Peter uses Stark's technology wrongly to get rid of photos that could hurt his reputation with MJ. But whether the scene is funny or sad, Peter cares very much about May, MJ, Ned, and Happy. In No Way Home, he wants to give his friends a chance at a future they won't have if they stick with him. He doesn't always think things through before making a choice, which is a very normal thing for a teenager to do. Skipping the Spider-Bite origin story, after watching Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield get bitten by a spider, the Marvel Cinematic Universe skips right over it when Peter Parker is presented in Captain America: Civil War. Even though the spider-bite is an important part of Spider-Man's origin story, the MCU knew that it had already happened twice in a short time and that fans would understand Peter Parker's new story without it. By skipping the first story about how the character got their powers, viewers didn't have to watch a third time how the same character got used to their new abilities. Instead, Peter Parker is already Spider-Man, so the stories can start right away to move the general plot forward. A successful trilogy, Tobey Maguire did have a Spider-Man series, but Spider-Man 3 was not thought to have the best plot. The movie didn't work as a conclusion to the trilogy because the plot went dark with the black Spider-Man suit, and Peter Parker strutted down the street like he was on top of the world. However, that was further than Andrew Garfield's version got. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 ended the series, as both fans and reviewers agreed that the movie was not what they wanted. Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the only one with a completely successful trilogy. After his adventures with the Avengers and attempting to step beyond the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Spider-Man Homecoming was the first Peter Parker-centric MCU film. Far From Home was an ambitious follow-up to Avengers Endgame, depicting Peter's mix of joy and optimism for a romance with MJ, sorrow over the loss of Tony Stark, and concern about what it could mean to have to step up when the world questions if he is the next Iron Man. The emotional impact comes from No Way Home, which hits all the necessary funny and melancholy beats while telling a new version of Peter Parker's origin narrative. Tobey Maguire gets a third-picture redemption, and Andrew Garfield gets a character redemption. Because of team-up films, Tom Holland's Spider-Man has appeared in more films than either of his predecessors. Thanks for watching.